everybody. As I said earlier, thank you all so much for being here. It is an exciting day, and so many sports that we get to touch, so many members of the family that we get to meet today. I've gotten to meet a lot of these guys and couldn't be happier to work with them as we get started in the 2025 football season, and really look forward to these guys' success. Some of them I've met, some of them I covered in high school when I was on the other side, so making me feel a little bit old. But we're going to get started with Coach Gibson's portion here in just a second. Just go over the run of show really quick. Coach Gibson will be up here and speak, and he'll go over several topics. Once we're done, I will be in the back with the mic. Media members will do the we'll do the brief Q&A with Coach Gibson. Once that is done, coaches and players in attendance will be available to media members for one-on-one interviews. So if you have a request, just let me know. I hope that's not my car. But they wouldn't get anything if it was. It's okay. But anything that the media members need after we get done with this portion, just let me know and I'll accommodate and we'll get the guys to you. So without anything further, here's Coach Gibson.
First off, thank you all for coming out today. It's going to be hard to follow Heather. She's pretty bright. Linville's gotten a lot better with their education since I left. But she's awesome, and I know she wants to be here. I had a good talk with her today, and I know she's excited. So first off, I want to thank our staff. Our staff made all this happen. We got in here December 9th, got to hire a few guys, a few gals, and we went to work. The directive was, hey, we got to build this roster back up. How are we going to do it? And obviously, we hit the portal running and did a really, really good job. But could not have done this without the staff, and not only our staff, but our academic staff, our training staff, our admissions. Just everybody pitched in and went to work and made all this happen. So I really appreciate all that. Moving on now, we have 62 new players on our roster. Some are big, some are small, and a lot are ugly. But they've been here. 48 transfers and 14 high school kids we signed in this class. So we did honor all the scholarships the previous staff signed. We wanted kids that wanted to be at Marshall. Don't know if you all know the rule, but as a new head coach, at any time for a year, I could cut anybody on the roster, incoming, guys that are on the roster. We do not want to do that. We want people that want to be here, want to be a part of our program. Some left, and a lot stayed from the signing class. So we're excited to start working with some of those guys. But 53 of the 62 are here right now. So we have about 110 players working out every day, getting ready for spring ball. We have 9 more that will be here in June. They're finishing out their high school careers now. So a lot of the guys that we targeted either had prior relationships with from recruiting them out of high school or maybe out of a junior college. A lot of us coach some of the guys that are here with us. So there were some connections. There were some we didn't know that we got to know in a hurry. Big Tyler there, he got stuck in the snowstorm. We wouldn't let him live. We took him to Applebee's. And, there were a few of them in that trip. And we got him, I think, was at 5 for 5 on the menu at Applebee's, and he was sold. So stick with us. But, all right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through, obviously I'm not going to go through all 62 names because we do have a basketball game at 9 p.m. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the high school kids we signed. Today we signed 2, and then we had some enroll in December. So I'm going to go over them. And then I'm going to open up for questions and then allow you all to speak to our guys. They're great young men. They're going to represent this place the right way, I promise you that. And they're excited to be here. So with that, I'm going to start out. We signed 2 of the best players in the state of West Virginia today. The first young man is Jalen Abercrombie from Spring Valley High School. Had 53 catches, 1,042 yards, 14 touchdowns, was first team All-State, played on all 3 phases, offense, defense, special teams, returner. He's very explosive. We're going to play him as slot receiver, but we're excited about Jalen. He is a great young man, and he bleeds Kelly Green, I promise you. The first day he came over, we offered, talked for a little bit, and I mean, he was excited and wanted to be a part of this. And all it took was us just to make the effort to talk to him and offer, and he jumped all over. So we're really excited about him. The next young man is Coy Fagan, quarterback at Martinsburg, 6'1", 180 pounds. This young man, I think, maybe lost 1 or 2 games his whole high school career. His season stats this year, 2,264 yards passing, almost 2,000 rushing, had 61 total touchdowns, state champion game MVP. He won 4 West Virginia Player of the Year awards, captain, the All-State first team captain, and he's a 4.5 GPA, so I don't know who the hell's going to coach him. So that's mine and Coach Smith's GPA combined. But we'll figure that out. We'll find a way. We have another young man, Anthony Quinn from Fayetteville, North Carolina, running back, 6 foot, 200-pound running back. Played at Raven Gap High School in Georgia. Won a state championship there. Was first team All-State. Was his conference athlete of the year. So we're excited about Anthony as well. He is on campus with us now. He's a high school kid. Andrew Dudley, an offensive lineman from Tempe, Arizona. Stayed there through his junior year. He's 6'3", 300 pounds. Was the first team All-Region, All-City in Arizona. Left his senior year with the IMG Academy in Florida. Played for their national team. He is also a mid-year enrollee, and we're excited about him. He's got a bright future here. Cam Natai, DB from Germantown, Maryland, 6'2", 175-pound DB. Was very productive, 3 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, and 27 tackles his senior year. So Cam is also on campus working out. He did not get introduced in the last class, but did sign early. So that's why I wanted to mention Cam. Eli Kaufman, offensive lineman from Ohio, 6'4", 280 pounds. The second team All-State in Ohio. He is enrolled, working out right now with the team, and is ready to go for spring ball. Sharon White, he may be the smallest guy, but maybe one of the fastest guys on our roster. He's 5'8", 170 from Ohio, first team All-District, had 16 total touchdowns and 1,500 all-purpose yards this year. So he's very explosive. We're excited about him. Now we're going to move on to the transfer portal, and I'm just going to give you position breakdown. Again, a lot of these guys are here. Every position group is represented today, so you guys can ask them a bunch of questions and get to know them. So DB-wise, we signed 12 new DBs. 10 of those guys were transferred, and the 2 high school kids that we signed earlier. Defensive line, we had 9 defensive linemen that we added to it, 8 transfers and 1 high school. Linebackers, we had 10, 8 transfers, 2 high school. Offensive line, 9, 5 transfers, 4 high school. Okay, we have 2 specialists that came in with us. One is here today. Ian is here. He played for the University of Texas, so he made it pretty deep in the college football playoff. Started school about a week late. Got here, but he's ready to roll now. And he's with you today, so you guys get to talk with him. 5 quarterbacks added. We have 4 transfers and 1 high school kid. Running backs, we had 3 total that we signed, 2 transfers and 1 high school. And then wide receivers, probably the biggest hit to our roster. We lost a lot of wide receivers. We signed 11, 9 transfers and 2 high school kids. So, but I'm really proud of where we're at. I'm really proud of how these guys present themselves around campus. I've got more compliments from different people in restaurants, teachers. Grant today, just tell me, he reached out to all these guys, hey, here's what we need to wear, where you need to be. Every guy replied right back, so I appreciate you all for that. And I know these young men are going to represent us the right way. And I'm proud of them, and now it's time to get to work. All the stuff's over, and now we're looking forward to March 4th, and we have a lot of work to do to get to that point. And I assure you we're going to do that. But with that being said, what I'd like to do is open it up. Any questions you all may have for me, and then we'll turn it over to the players.
Yeah, just to expound on what Coach said really quick as well. I put out that text message to 24 people yesterday, and within 12 minutes I had 18 replies. That speaks to the character of the young guys that are coming in, and for that I want to publicly thank you guys, because that means a lot. That shows your commitment to us, and we appreciate it. Question?
Hey Coach, 48 transfers is just an astounding number to come in such a short time since you've been here. What is something in common that you can think of with all the transfers that you wanted to bring to Marshall?
Well, what I like about them is they all want an opportunity, and they want to compete, and they want to win. And the things that we talked to, every one of these guys sat in my office with me, and the common theme was, nobody said, Coach, what about money? What about this? What about that? It's, Coach, I want an opportunity to come to a place that I know we can win. And that's what they all have in common. They're hungry, and they want to come here and carry on the tradition of what was built here before us. And obviously, they want to leave it better than they found it.
Coach, is it still a recruiting philosophy, also relationships and trust? I mean, as a coach, that hasn't changed with NIL and portal. You got to convince them this is where they want to be?
That's never going to change. And for us, again, a lot of these guys that are sitting here today have prior relationships. There's a lot of guys that went other places that we recruited. And see, where I'm going to get them back, Keith, is in these morning runs. See, they don't know that yet. When they told me no the first time, then they come back and we're going to get them. We're going to make them pay for that. So, but yeah, it's all about that relationship and trust in us. And I told these guys, our philosophy as a staff is we're going to coach them hard, love them hard. And when they know that they can trust us and we can trust them, then that's how you build your culture.
Coach, just about all of you guys online visiting various schools throughout the state, was there a bit of intent in terms of seeking out players from here, kind of similar to what you had when you built the staff together?
Yes, and that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. 7 of the 11 full-time coaching staff members have a tie to the state of West Virginia or to Marshall University. And our first time we were allowed on the road because the dead period changed was a few weeks ago in January. And we hit all 55 counties and every school in the state that has football. We were in those buildings or talking. Now, we got caught in a snowstorm, so some were phone calls, meeting in restaurants, whatever it may be. But we're going to own this state, and we're not going to let the good players leave this state or go to that school up north if I have anything to do with it. I promise you that.
Coach, you got some legacy players too. Some of their dads played here. How much of an attraction was that for them and for you to welcome them?
Yeah, that's big time. Any time that you could, their dads have blood and bricks. So if I call Aaron Ferguson, I know what he's going to tell me. Do whatever you need to do to get him right, Coach. And so we're looking forward to that. And those guys understand the culture here and winning here and all those things. And again, they want to be here.
Coach Zach Brown with WCHS TV. You have a ton of new players on this roster, as has been reiterated. What are some of the challenges that do lie ahead in terms of getting everybody on the same page, and how confident are you that you guys are going to be able to do that?
Yeah, I'm very confident. That's why we were hired here, to be able to do that. And that's the landscape of college football right now. And both sides have to be willing to do it. They have to be willing to learn our schemes and fit in. Some of them know our schemes. Some of them played for me at NC State. Some played for Coach Smith at Jack State. So we've got guys that have came in here understanding a little bit that will help their teammates out. And we have to just continue to build this bond. And part of our culture is, and I keep telling them, it's all about the brotherhood of this game, and we have to bond together and gel. And that's what spring ball's for. We have to see where we're at after spring ball. Yeah, I was on a Zoom today, and somebody said, "What's your expectation?" My expectation is to win all 12 games. Don't care who we're playing, where we're playing, what we're playing. That's our goal. Now, can I guarantee you that? No. The one thing I will guarantee you is we're going to be the toughest team out on the field, and we're going to hit people in the mouth on defense, and we're going to run by people on offense. And we're going to do everything in our power to make that happen. And I know they will as well.
Coach, I guess just in your experience with recruiting, with this being such a highly touted class, just where does this rank in terms of the efforts you've had over the years, and any specific unique challenges, or was it just a lot of fun?
Yeah, this is by far exceeded the expectation. When I was here December 15, 16, and you would ask me, could we put this kind of class together? No. And we just kept working and kept bringing guys in, and everybody, again, in that building, in the shoe, we pulled together and has made it happen. And it's all about these guys. It's not, they wanted to be a part of this, and they helped us recruit other guys. Hey, I got a teammate here, I got this. And you know, we have some guys that were here before and left for different reasons, wanted to come back. So obviously we wanted them back. And, you know, but this is by far, you know, the amount of guys we did, and people say, well, you know, you guys should have a high-ranked class. You had so many guys that, well, let me tell you, we got quality, not quantity. I promise you that. And in a lot of different ways, the character of our young men, the way they work, they want to win, they want to be here. So that means more to me than anything else.
Alrighty. Well, it doesn't seem like we have anything further from the media, so Coach, thank you very much. And we will break it down now.
Well, one more thing, Graham.
Yes, sir.
Well, two things, actually. Just tell everybody that you guys know, April 12th, we want this thing packed for the spring game to see these guys, because they're going to work. And I want you guys to be the first ones to see it. And then the second thing is, if everybody could look at Coach McDowell. Come up here, Coach. I'm talking to Christian to try to get this in our budget. I want to make our coaches and players wear this on our first road game in Georgia. What do you guys think? Thumbs up or not?